Welcome to the 5-2 show. In the building with Joe. It's Joe. You know how we do it. So, Joe, listen, a lot of stuff going on, in the hobby. What is your take, like, with the influences in the hobby? Like, do you think it's good for the hobby? Is it something that, is it taking something away? What's your take?
I don't know, man. Like, it's weird. Social media, there was a documentary a couple of years ago. It's the only industry that calls its customers users other than the drug dealing industry. And influencers, when you think about that word, like this influencer, they see, oh, this guy influences this or that, this brand we want to sell. I don't think it's necessarily bad, but I do think that there are a lot of people. I'm not a name dropper. I really don't care, but there's a lot of people giving out really bad advice.
I think those words, just with anything, brands, this, it's just like, sometimes it just takes away from like the authenticity of what it is. You know what I mean? Like with the hobbies, people love to collect, right? Once you start bringing people into it that don't have the same love, but they're speaking on it, right? It just, to me, that doesn't give off the good feel of what the hobby's about. It just seems fake. The whole fanatics thing, as long as they've been, running the ship, what's your take on that? I mean, like, I feel like we talked about this over a year ago, when everything was kind of getting in the way. But like, what have they done to make the hobby better in the time they're here? I mean, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of product that's just, it's saturated with the same stuff, and I'm saying there's a lot of mistakes, in QA, and how is it even getting produced? All these people getting stuff with one thing, the auto is not the same person, 2 superfractors, like, what's going on?
Yeah, I think that if we're going to rate Fanatics, they're getting an F since they've taken over. And I mean, you know how I feel about it, man. I like competition. I understand it's a business, but Rob Manfred, he's the guy who gave the piece of the puzzle to these guys, the most coveted thing, which is that license. And, I mean, of course, the players are going to be on board. They're going to make more money. I get that. For years, players really, weren't making too much money off of cards. But I just don't like it. I don't think they've done a good job. I don't like a monopoly. I don't like that. I like the mom and pop stuff. I like indie cards. I like weird minor league cards. I like, we were talking about you showed me a great Mattingly, like an 85 Drakes. Like, those cards are amazing. I love those cards, man, to death. Those are some of my favorite cards. And we'll never see those cards for 25 years if things stay how they are with Fanatics. So I don't think Fanatics has done a good job. And another thing, Joe, is that me and you, we've interviewed some really, like, influencers, like, and I don't even think some of them would consider themselves that. A lot of people in the hobby that people respect and that we respect, and a lot of those guys, they didn't want to say nothing bad about Fanatics, and I get that, but like, and even me and you, I think at the time we were like, yeah, I think it's gonna be good. We were trying to be positive, but man,
yeah,
I don't think so. I'm not a fan of it at all.
I think that's what we were trying to do, is be positive. Why not, right? Fresh blood, whatever. But basically, what we said, everything you just said and what we said from before is basically what's happening. Kind of said what was going to happen in our own way. We didn't wish that, hoping for the best. But a lot of the stuff that we had questions about, I don't think those have been figured out, or even haven't gotten anywhere with it. So it's a weird thing, man. You know what I'm saying? I feel like when something that was never meant to be touched is touched in that way, you know what I mean? Like,
Bowman Draft is like $800 a box right now.
Forces you out. I mean, here's my thing with that stuff. If you really like not for everyone, for me, if I really like the product, or I'm just like, yo, I'm looking for a prospect or someone, a kid that I like, that I want, my thing is, the best option for me to do, I could jump in a break, spend 30, 40 bucks. You get one team, you get to see the cards. I like to do that anyway before I would even ever buy boxes. I'd like to see the cards in my hand. Like, I want to see them. That's just me, right? And it's a cheap way where you can hit a crazy big card. But on the other side of it, the prices for some of these products are just insane. I mean, who buys boxes? Are you like, is the regular person, let's just be real, gonna buy a box at $800? The regular person. Now, people that do buy those boxes, a lot of them buy it because they flip, they buy them because they go great, they sell, whatever.
$800 a box is crazy because the amount of guys that are in that product, and unless you're really obsessed with prospects, it's boring because you open it up unless there's the one kid. Topps tells you, oh, this is the kid to get. The influencers tell you, oh, this is the guy to get this guy. Oh, you get this guy. And then you got to wait like 5 years for the guy to do anything most of the time. So I'm not, I like some of the old Bowman draft stuff, but I don't know. I just, there's no way, man. $800. I'm buying a mantle. I'm buying something crazy.
Perfect segue to the next one, right? The dude Probstein was talking about something the other day. Now, I like Probstein's auctions. I've sold cards on Probstein. The guy has his own way of doing business, old school, but he knows a lot of shit, right? He's a collector. Obviously, he's a huge seller, but he's a collector. So he was talking about the Ruth card that just sold for whatever, 8 million, 9 million, whatever it was, right? So he was saying that the reason he wouldn't pay that much money for that Ruth card because he believes rookie cards should be on the team that you're a rookie. So that card was when he was on a minor league affiliate, right? A Baltimore. So he feels like I would never spend that money because I don't consider that his rookie card. It has to be the first year, whatever the year, there's one on the Red Sox that he says is, to me, is his rookie. And I found that pretty fascinating to think about. It makes a lot of sense. But what's your take on that? Because I was like, me, I always like the first card of someone. But then when you think of it in a huge way, obviously like a Ruth, you think of it like, wow, well, he wasn't, it's a touchy thing, but it was a great thing. What do you think about that?
It's like that debate, right? Which card is, the rookie card or the first appearance card. I love looking for Randy Johnson minor league cards, Bernie Williams minor league cards, like guys like that. Those sets they're rare, but that's just like a PC thing, I guess. But yeah, I guess I can understand what he's saying. It's
on a grand stage, right? Not for the average player, right? For the legends, you know what I'm saying? I wonder, even like Ohtani, down the road when we're saying 15, 20 years, what Ohtani card will be his biggest card? Will it be a card from Japan, or will it be, his Angels card, right? Down the road, we don't know, but that's the thing.
Based on the way things are going, I think a lot of the hobby is into the minor league cards. I remember when the Cal Ripken 82 tops in a PSA 10 was, going for a lot of money. And then, of course, the update, or rather the traded, was going for a lot of money. But then the Red Wings card went for the most money. So there's definitely people who are like, this is the first card. We want the first card. I think that's cool stuff, too. I mean, we talk about Ohtani. Ohtani has so many rookie cards in Japan. It's insane. He has so many rookie cards. So, what's amazing about Ohtani cards is that, even the Bowman paper is like $100 in a PSA 10, like a $200 card, or, chrome base in a PSA 10. It's a lot of money. Years later, we'll probably look back and be like, wow, there's a ton of those, just like there's a ton of Juan Soto's. I remember when I sent this in the PSA, and I was so psyched because it's kind of tough to get a paper 10. It's harder, I think, than the chrome, but there are millions of these. So that's a good point, Joe. I don't know, man. It's weird. Like, you look at I think the only player you can only compare him to just a little bit in that sense is Ichiro, only because Ichiro had rookie cards too from Japan. And Ichiro's rookie, there's one, that one with the Hawaiian minor league team, man.
Yeah, I love that card.
That card's crazy. There's a Tony Gwynn, the Hawaiian card. Dude, I got to send you that listing. I would take that. If you ask me personally, what would you take? That or in a 9 or a PSA 10 O-Pee-Chee, Tony Gwynn? I'm taking that Hawaiian card all day. Just because it's so much rarer. It's just an amazing card. It's like Tony Gwynn's first card. He's skinny. It's when he stole bases.
So
So
fresh, bro.
it's a great debate, man.
Well, it's like Galarraga. Remember that Galarraga card I have that was 10 years
so
prior to his rookie when he was a 17-year-old or a 16-year-old. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that is amazing when you find it. But, the value might not, it might just be more of an emotional thing, like a coolness. But will the value ever,
yeah,
get to that level? Because, hey, you never know. Somebody might find a Otani in 10 years or some shit. Somebody might find an Otani card from Japan that no one ever seen before.
my next question to you is the heat off Brian Cashman right now, because I want Cashman out. I want that guy gone. I want him gone. What's your take on that? The heat is off Cashman, yes or no? Big time.
Off, right? Heat is off right now. Because you got, like you just said before, you got a generational talent. You got someone that who would ever, like, you got Juan Soto. He's already a Hall of Famer in a lot of people's mind, right? So my thing is, when you make a move like that after such a disastrous year, and now listen, if he pulls the Yamamoto, he's off, way off for this whole season. If you pull the best pitcher and the best hitter, no one could say anything to you. Can't.
Right.
He got Verdugo, you know what I'm saying? A solid outfielder. Got Trent Grisham with the Soho deal, solid defender. He probably will mess around and do something else. What I'm saying is, I feel like right now he's kind of like off a little, but if he pulls the Yamamoto, he's good. Now, whatever the Yankees do, they do during the year. That's whatever. But what I'm saying is, I feel like he's definitely off a little, but he will definitely be off if Yamamoto comes.
That's a good point, man. I agree. Now let me ask you this. Steve Cohen, bro, he's a bowler, bro. He's a bowler. He made crazy moves. I know he said he wasn't going to make moves this year, but now that the Yankees have grabbed Soto, do you feel like that Steve Cohen's going to make a big move? I feel like he's going to do something, dude. I feel like he's one of those guys, bro. The dude, he's just like, the Yankees did. I got to make a move right now. And that move, just the way he cleared house last year was the craziest thing I've ever seen in baseball. I can't even believe it. He was like, we're going to cut our losses right now.
I think he's going to go head over heels and even outbid the Yankees for Yamamoto. That's what I think. Because from what I'm hearing, it's Yankees and Mets. And I heard the guy has very fondness of the Yankees because he looks up to Matsui and Tanaka, and he's heard stories. But then on the Mets side, I heard the Mets coveted him crazy. Like they went there and they went to Japan to meet him. What I didn't know was the Yankees, Cashman said today that the Yankees had a scout at every one of his starts last year, which is incredible that they just had scouts in Japan for every one of his starts. I was bugging out. But I think if Cohen does anything, I think it's that, because, you're bringing that superstar, you're bringing that, the Japanese, the culture in New York City. I mean, you know how it was for Hideki, and, you remember they had, it was amazing. It was phenomenal, even with Tanaka and even with Arabu back in the days. But, you just have, the population, the people, it's a perfect place. But I do think he's going to make, I don't know what other move he would try to make, but I believe if I was a Met fan, I would be happy that I have him as my own.
So here's a new thing we're going to be doing on the Five Tools Show. We got packs. It's going to be really awesome. We're giving away packs. We're going to rip these packs on the show, and then we'll send them to somebody. So if you like the cards you see, leave a comment why you like the cards, and we'll send you the packs. You get a free pack of cards. I'm going to give you 12 cards. Joe's going to give you 12 cards. You're going to get 24 cards. And, we do the quarter classic thing on here. These are kind of quarter classics, but you're going to get a whole pack, and I think it's awesome. I think it's a lot of fun. Joe, you want to rip the first pack, or should I do it?
Yeah, let's do it. So
this is one of the 5-tool packs, and you guys will get this pack, and it'll be packed up and repacked, and it's going to be awesome.
All right, first card out. If you're an old school Yankee fan, this was Brian Taylor.
Brian Taylor, dude. Talk about a cautionary tale. That is awesome. That's a great card for a collector to just have. I would love to have that. I have a few Brian Taylor joints.
Right? Really, it was a cool. He was such a phenom. If he didn't get injured, we might have had an amazing lefty in the Bronx for many years. All right, next card, great hitter. This is a 94 score, Delgado.
Oh, nice, man. Yeah, man. Carlos Delgado.
He was a monster, man. I mean,
great player.
He has Hall of Fame, close to Hall of Fame stats.
I agree. And if you look at the modern stats and the way people are putting guys in the Hall of Fame, you got to look at Carlos Delgado. The guy was a tremendous ball player. I love Delgado, man.
He was so good. Next one, we got ED, Eric the Red.
Oh, man.
It's a nice card. I love you just running. Just a great shot, you know.
One of my favorites, dude. I love Eric Davis. The 85 tops, one of my favorite cards ever.
One of my favorite cards, Billy. At 85 tops is one of my favorite cards. He was just, honestly, he was one of the best players of our era. I mean, I know he got hurt and he had, you know, injuries, but the guy was doing stuff no one was doing. You know what I mean? He really was, with stolen bases, power, average. I mean, he used to have those high top red Nikes. Remember, he had the high top joints. Yo, Eric the Red was, man, he was great. Here's a classic. I just love this card because he's just rounding the bases. You know, he probably hit a dinger. Just a great Bernie card, great Yankee.
Great player.
Another underrated outfielder. Now this is legendary. First of all, this guy was a very good player. But that picture, bro, on the old school Selly Todd Zeal.
Love that. Todd Zeal. That's cool.
These were great cards, but that era of like photography and stuff was really dope. Now this is a fresh card with a great story. Phil Linz. Now Phil Linz, he played for the Yankees. This is later in his career. He played for the Mets, and Yogi was the manager. And he had the harmonica incident where he was on the back of the bus and he was playing the harmonica and he didn't hear Yogi say turn it down or whatever, and Yogi snapped out, bro, like totally freaking snapped. And they went on a sick losing streak, and then he ended up getting a harmonica endorsement and made mad money off of it. It's great. Crazy.
I've never heard that. That's amazing, bro.
This guy, legendary, Joe Nuxhall, he appeared in the game at 15 years old. Now, if you think about that, that is friggin' insane.
Unreal. 59 tops. What a great design.
Great design.
Yeah, that's great, man.
So he appeared in the game at 15, and then he didn't make it to the majors into another 8 years.
That's incredible, dude. Incredible.
Classic. I love this set. One of my favorite. It's just a classic, fun set. The Gator, young Gator, what a pitcher. What an amazing. I mean, he had some years that go up in all-time great years.
Kid was a legend, bro. I mean, he's one of those other guys that you want to look at for Hall of Fame. He didn't play long enough, people will say, but man, Gid was a beast, dude.
And even when we were younger, he still was good. As he got older, he was still like the ace of the staff.
Yep.
One of my favorite players. I was mad as hell when we got rid of him, even though we got A-Rod. But Alfonso, man, Soriano was a damn good player.
Soriano's great, dude. Great Yankee.
Skybox, they had some nice cards, Skybox, too, in this era. A great set and a phenomenal player.
Oh, yeah, man. Ruben Sierra. Guy was awesome. What a great 87 Donruss, man.
Such a good set, right?
Great design.
Now, this guy right here, this guy was a hell of a center fielder.
Man.
He probably made one of the best catches of all time.
Dude, he's a Hall of Famer in my book, bro. Guy's awesome.
And Jim Edmonds made a over the back catch without looking at the ball, which if anybody's never seen it, go to YouTube. All you got to do is type in Jim Edmonds catch and you'll see it. And here's a guy that probably was one of the best hitters of our time. And this is, one of his early cards. Man, he was just incredible hitter. He was one of those dudes, man, that when he came up and there was guys on base and it was late in the game, you just knew we were fucked. You just knew, he was hitting a double off the wall. It just was.
Yeah, and the thing about Manny is that he grew up not across the street, but he could see Yankee Stadium.
Yeah.
And the Yankees, you got this kid from the Washington Heights, and you don't get him. What's going on? And I feel like he's just the funny thing, Manny's a maniac. You ever see that YouTube? So he's wearing a Yankee cap in one of his videos. He's like drunk. Like
No
that guy.
way.
Yeah, dude, you got to see it.
Bro, the best thing about Manny is when what's that thing he did before? There was a ball in the outfield and he was playing left field and he cut the ball off on some mental shit.
Oh, that dude. When I
Yo,
said I start crying, I laughed so hard.
bro, how you gonna be in left field and he cuts a ball off from the center fielder and then he does a crazy flip? Yo,
yeah,
Manny is amazing, man.
One of the best hitters that we've ever seen. Let's be honest.
Fear.
Just not a guy you want to see in a big spot. The dude was a beast, man.
Hey, if anybody wants that pack, yo, just leave in the comments, hit us up, whatever you want, but it's all yours if anybody wants that one.
And this is a cool pack. This pack has a Hall of Fame rookie card in it.
What?
So we're gonna rip it and I'll put it nice. We're ripping this pack like it's a pack.
Yeah.
So that's it. And I'll give you a nice new one and it'll be fun. And you get 2 packs of cool cards from our collection. Let's start off with this Topps Gold Tony Gwynn. Oof. I mean, who bought that card, man? This is a great card. One of the best players in history. One of the best hitters. Probably the best hitter since Teddy Williams, Teddy Baseball. So that's a great card, man.
We were blessed to watch his whole career. Put it that way.
100%. Here's a '98 Flair. Beautiful card, man. Greg Maddux.
Damn, that's a great card, bro. What a nice card.
It's a great card. If you guys, man, I know somebody's gonna want this card. Look at how beautiful this card is. Flair is amazing. Here's a '94. Okay, Ricky.
Yo, that card is crazy.
Joe may want this one for himself, but this is a great.
I'm gonna have to sneak that one out.
I
actually don't have that, Ricky. That's crazy.
It's a beautiful card. So we got Ricky. Congratulations to Fred McGriff.
Crime dog.
94 Flair, really great product. I thought it was ahead of its time. I got a hobby box of this about 2 years ago. Really cheap, ripped it. Just great looking cards. Here's a Mariano. You throw closer in there.
That's beauty right there, man.
Here's a guy, and this is a set that I absolutely love. One of my favorite sets growing up, and one of the great players that I think doesn't get enough respect. Dale Murphy, 83 top. Just a great card.
Look at that. That's just
what a great set, dude.
That is a great set. That's an underrated set. I feel like I like it more as I get older, but man, that's such a nice set.
Really good. And you got some Hall of Famers in there, Ryan Sandberg and Tony Gwynn. This is an Upper Deck Canseco like hologram kind of card.
Yeah, I like those.
It's like a 92 or something. I'm not sure what year this is, but that's a cool card. And here is in the middle, upside down. Oops, let's grab this. 1976 Topps Hall of Fame rookie Dennis Eckersley.
Damn.
So I know somebody wants this card. I mean, it's a Hall of Fame rookie card. You can never say no. It's a Hall of Fame rookie card. I love this 76 Topps set. I love Eck. Guy's a beast, and cool Indians unis right there.
Great uniform too. Now those pullovers, that was a great uniform. He had sick hair, Eckersley too.
Totally, man. We'll go back to 1983 Topps, the legend Pete Rose, Charlie Hustle. Great card. I mean, just an awesome card. With these types of cards, you turn them over, you look in the back, you look at the ridiculous amounts of hits this dude had accumulated at 1980.
Yo, remember looking at Pete Rose cards when you were a kid and they were so long?
Crazy, man. It's
Jim Cox was like that too. The words was so small because of all the years he played.
It's amazing, bro. And it shows how much work was put into those cards to put them out. Nowadays the cards are just very, very basic. Those cards, every card was a unique piece of art. Here's a Miggy. I think this is the 2012 Bowman Sterling or one of them.
That's a nice one.
It's a nice card. Here's a 92 Opeachy Premier, Ken Griffey Jr. It's a really nice card.
That's a classic junior pose right there.
It really is, man. And it's a cool set. I mean, there's not too much worth anything in the set, but it's nice to have a Griffey. And to finish it off, a little 2023 action, a Juan Soto insert from what's the set? Big League Baseball. So
That's a cool insert. I like that. Never even seen that.
it's a fun one. So anybody, thank you guys for watching the show. We got 2 packs. Leave a comment. Tell us what you like about the cards. We'll send you these packs. Just DM us, and hope to see you guys next time. And that's pretty much it, man, for tonight.
Peace.